to Jason Momoa being cast in Fast 10. But let me just fix my camera until then. What do you think of this news, Mar?
Oh, okay. So I love the Fast and Furious franchise because The Rock, because Fast Five, The Rock was in this movie, and I grew up watching WWE, so now I follow the careers of John Cena, of The Rock. Whenever they do a movie, I feel like I have to watch it because these guys, they were my childhood. So watched Fast Five, loved it. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. The action, just the coolness of it. And then Fast and Furious 6, 7, The Rock's coming back. It's pretty cool. Jason Statham is coming into it. This is awesome. And then there was the falling out between Vin Diesel and The Rock. And I went to watch Fast and Furious 9. And for me, it's the weaker of probably the last 4 or 5 Fast and Furious movies because I couldn't get over the space stuff where Tyrese and Lucifer, is it? What's that guy's name?
Ludicrous. Ludicrous.
They went to space and just a car that was duct taped and their suit was duct taped, and I was like, I can't even take this seriously, even though it's Fast and Furious. So I did enjoy the movie. It was loads of action. John Cena, I thought was pretty cool, but it was just missing that screen presence of The Rock, big time for me. And now to hear that they're not going to be resolving their issues with each other and The Rock won't appear in Fast 10, I was afraid that screen presence would still be lacking going into Fast and Furious 10. But if you're going to get somebody to replace The Rock in terms of screen presence and charisma, I think Jason Momoa is a pretty good addition. And maybe he'll be a villain. That would be cool to see him as a villain. And he's a big guy. He's Aquaman. He's $1 billion actor. So this is a really good addition. Plus John Cena now. And Peacemaker's making John Cena a bigger star as well. So that will help. So I think this is a pretty good addition. I just don't know if it's going to fully, make us forget about The Rock, because for me, The Rock is the reason this franchise rebooted in terms of being just fast cars to action blockbuster that you have to see on a big screen. And Jason Statham appeared at the end of Fast and Furious 9. Will he be in Fast 10? I hope so. Or will he just be kept for Hobbs and Shaw? I think Vin Diesel will try and get him. So Jason Statham's in it, John Cena, Jason Momoa, Vin Diesel, and The Rock's not. That's a pretty good kind of substitute. I'm sure there's going to be more casting as well, but yeah, I'm for this. Let's go. It's all just good fun, and Jason Momoa is he is good fun. So hopefully, I love to see him play as a film.
Yeah, and I've never cared about this ever since it happened, and I probably will not even watch the movie because I lost interest after 6, 7. I think 7 was the last one that I thought was good. 8 was again going into that ridiculous territory with the submarine and all that stuff. That was crazy. And then Fast 9 was just absurd, and I didn't even watch that. I probably will check out Hobbs and Shaw, but I'm not interested in that at all. So maybe not. But yeah, this is a good casting though, because like you said, I completely agree with you. Adding Jason Momoa would be a pretty big point of attraction or hype for this movie, if you're not gonna get The Rock. And think about this, you have 3 major DC stars in the Fast franchise right now, and if you bring back Gal Gadot, you have 4. You have The Rock.
Oh, don't forget it. Don't forget.
Oh
Idris.
yeah, and there you go. You already have 4, and you have Black Adam. You have Peacemaker. Now you have Aquaman. So it looks like DC is just staying in that franchise, and it's pretty good. That will definitely increase their star value as well. And a lot of people actually still watch these movies, and these movies make huge money. And even though they might suck or sometimes might be ultra ridiculous, people still go and watch that. They enjoy it. So I'm happy for him. It's great to know that he's being cast in these big roles. I think next up you probably will get someone from DC again. I don't know, but it's good to see that they're going with this. But I wouldn't be surprised if they actually got Gal Gadot back in Fast 10. I know she's dead, but this is the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Well, they
They
did bring
got
back Han,
exactly
and
just because the
like
fans wanted it.
the way he died though was so well cool in terms of Jason Statham's introduction to the Fast and Furious franchise. He comes in and
Yeah,
kills one of the main stars, and then he goes on this rampage for revenge for his brother. But in the way that they brought back Han, or Han through Mr. Nobody, it was a little bit stupid. I was like, what are they doing? You know, it took away that kind of
It was cheap.
but they
him
listen to the
dying.
fans.
Yeah, I know. It isn't the fans, in fairness, they did. Yeah, so they could bring back Gal Gadot, but where has she been? She better have like a half of her face burnt because
Yeah.
the plane blew up and she was there.
Oh man, I don't know how they'll explain that. Maybe she has a twin sister.
Let's do it. Why not?
Yeah. Maybe she's been in coma this whole time. Let's go the soap opera route, man.
Yeah. Oh, and I haven't seen, Hobbs and Shaw, but I heard that Ryan Reynolds is also in that. There you go, Green Lantern.
He is, and
I will say that it looks what it might happen in a way is for the fans, we might get spoiled because it's Vin Diesel versus The Rock. They'll want to up each other big time. Vin Diesel has the Fast and Furious world. The Rock has Hobbs and Shaw, which I really enjoyed, even though that was kind of superhero-y in a way as well. Idris Elba was there, and Kevin Hart showed up as a cameo, and Ryan Reynolds showed up as a cameo, and it hinted at those characters coming back as well. So The Rock is assembling a pretty cool team on his side. So Vin Diesel is going to have to do the same going into these last few movies. And yeah, Ryan Reynolds, he was very funny in that.
What if The Rock gets Henry Cavill for his Hobbs and Shaw too?
Well, same age, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that'd be as the villain. I think he could be the Mission Impossible type of character he was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. What do you think, Rokan?
Well, I mean, I enjoy the Fast movies. I mean, to me, they're like real life cartoons. Basically, you just kind of sit back and you get the drinks and you're like, let's watch some nonsense. Like they're that type of silliness. So I do agree with Sean in the fact that as much as I could have fun with the silliness of Fast 9, it did get too silly with the space stuff, and it was missing that presence of The Rock in the same way that, from 5 to 8, they had that kind of like back and forth with Vin and The Rock that missing. And I think Jason Momoa is the right guy to kind of get, because you can get somebody who's, he's tall like The Rock, he's charismatic, he's got a hell of a screen presence that, dudes like him, chicks like him. It's, he's like, I feel like he's the perfect guy to kind of like bring into the Fast world. And he's going to be a bad guy again. That's awesome, because I haven't seen Jason Momoa play bad guy since Bullet to the Head. You guys see Bullet to the Head? No, it's a fun like 80s style action movie. It's with Stallone. It's a fun movie, but yeah, like Jason Momoa was the bad guy in that movie, and he was awesome. So I think the idea of him playing a bad guy in the Fast and Furious world would be really great to see. I mean, fuck it, I want to watch Vin versus Jason Momoa. Yeah, buddy.
I got it.
Nice.
Bullet.
Oh yeah, man.
I actually haven't watched this in a long time. I remember I bought it the first day I bought it. I watched it the first day I bought it, and I didn't really know who Jason Momoa was at the time, and I haven't really watched it because then he became Aquaman, Justice League, and stuff like that. So I'll have to go back and definitely watch this. And
he was Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones.
What's that?
He was Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he was, and he was also in like Stargate Atlantis, which I've never watched that show, but I know a lot of people who are big fans of that show. Like
he was, I
love that show.
He was Conan as well for the reboot of Conan, and I didn't see that one though, but people didn't like it. Christian Slater's also in this, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Buy it today. Just
yeah, Bolt Ahead's a lot of fun to be, and you should check it out. But yeah, I think someone like Jason Momoa is perfect for for the Fast world. I mean, I hope that if this is going to be, because remember they've announced that this is going to be a two-parter type of movie, as their kind of like finale. If it's going to be a two-parter, then he has to be a hell of a bad guy. He's got to be someone on the levels of like Jason Statham in the seventh one. So, you know, hopefully, like he can deliver something awesome. But you know, I'm confident that he can.